Now, your first alert forecast from meteorologist Kelley Moody.
Welcome to winter. It's come a little bit late for many of us here in the Coachella Valley, but this morning we're tracking snow and rain all across our local area. Let's take a look at what's happening right now. We felt the heat. We felt the heat. Yeah, we did. 109 yesterday, 10 degrees above normal. Much of the valley soaked by a steady downpour of rain. This morning, CBS Local 2's Jeremy Chen is doing the one thing none of us want to. He's live outside in the Whitewater area with more on road conditions this morning. Jeremy, miserable. How are things shaping up? We were just seeing a couple raindrops, no big deal, and then all of a sudden, boom, downpour. That's a relatively shallow earthquake, which is why we felt just so much shaking out of it. We're even hearing reports that folks in Orange County were feeling some of this shaking.
Kelley, how dangerous are those conditions for firefighters and people up there in the mountains?
Well, Jeff, we have been working with an excessive heat warning over the last 3 days.
We're going to show you one of these fun games that's here on the boardwalk in just a moment. But first, let's take a look at our weather. We're looking at pretty dry conditions for today.
The South Coast Air Quality Management District has issued a smoke advisory during this time because of unhealthy air quality brought to us by what's called particulate matter 2.5. Then the system tilts a bit. Instead of going straight into the east, it starts to take on a more northerly flow. But then all of this down here to the south is eventually going to move in towards Southern California. That's when we'll start to see some more localized rainfall. There is still plenty of moisture in the atmosphere. I can certainly feel it. My hair can feel it. This can be dangerous because we could easily see a dry strike of lightning that could contribute to these fire conditions.
A lot of us looking forward to the weekend, Kelley. Sounds like an old song from Loverboy, a little bit before your time.
We've been rocking out all morning, all sorts of music. People don't know it, but we really like to jam in between the breaks. So, you know, maybe that one will come up on the playlist
giving away
next.
Our secrets.
I know, it keeps the energy up, though. So people probably wonder how we do it, and that's it right there.
80s rock.
Exactly. And if you need some energy, why not grab a bowl of cereal? The record recorded was from 1999, and it was a measly 3/100ths of an inch. Yeah, big difference.
Now, your first alert forecast from meteorologist Kelley Moody.
Welcome back. Time now is 6:15. We felt the heat. We felt the heat. Yeah, we did. 109 yesterday, 10 degrees above normal. Upper 90s is where we typically are for this time of year. And of course, we are going to continue to hold on to those low triple digits all throughout the rest of this week, but we are getting some relief. The reason being that nice peak of high pressure has continued to move off farther to the east, and in its place, a nice trough of low pressure. That's that big U that you can see there outlined by those lines, which means we are going to fall in a much lighter shade of that orange and yellow, which means that temperatures are going to be a little bit cooler for us. Now, typically when we do see those troughs of low pressure come through, they can be associated with some additional moisture in the atmosphere. And while yes, we have seen our dew points become a bit more elevated in the morning hours, overall we're still working with dry conditions because it's as we look toward the afternoon that we're most concerned with those dew points dropping down into the 40s and the 30s, indicating that we're still working with mostly dry conditions. So we're not working with humidity, and that is a relief, especially because we know that that additional humidity can make things feel awfully oppressive when we're working with those high triple digits. Now, over the next couple of days, we'll continue to hold on to pretty dry conditions for today and tomorrow, also working with some high clouds, but we are going to continue to work with temperatures that are a bit more reasonable, not quite as close to that 110-degree mark like what we saw for yesterday. A breezy evening, sure, for both today and tomorrow as that low pressure comes through. That'll shake things up and cool us down after a warm afternoon. By the time we get to Thursday, though, we will be talking more about temperatures rising once again, and those winds at that point subsiding. But in the meantime, we'll continue to work with our onshore flow. Those winds rearing back to the west as we head into the later morning hours, continuing to expand out up toward the high desert and keeping things primarily to the north of the freeway as we head into the early evening around dinner time, and then continuing to pass on off toward the East Valley as we head into the late evening hours, calming things down a bit more as we head into the morning, but more wind to come. Pretty similar pattern as we head into our Wednesday. Those low triple digits will stay with us through Thursday. Then we'll start to notice that warm up primarily as we head into Friday and Saturday, getting close once again to 110 degrees. We could hit that for areas in the East Valley as we head towards Saturday, and then mellowing out a little bit more for the start of next week. But still, triple digits across the board, 70s for overnight lows. And don't forget, for today, you got to cast your vote. 103 again is our daytime high, so that should be the warmest you should be feeling while you're waiting outside to hopefully get that vote in. And of course, we will continue to work with those high clouds, as I mentioned, for both our Tuesday and our Wednesday, and plenty of sunshine as we head through the rest of this week. And again, those overnight lows in the 70s, so that makes those early evening hours a little bit more comfortable. So that's some good relief for us as well at that point.
Nice Go-Go's reference.
Hey, thanks.
Yeah, that was popular when I was in high school.
Was it?
Yeah.
All right. Well, don't age yourself, Tom.
That's going back a few years. Thanks, Kelley.